Hey, welcome all of you revived people. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Revived people. That's what you are. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about longevity. It's a lot different than it used to be. It's definitely different than it was 20 years ago. Um, People are starting to get it. More and more people are starting to place fitness and health and diet as their number one priorities. And as a result of it, even though we have so many people in this country that are still morbidly obese, that are still unhealthy, the numbers are climbing of people that are starting to take their health and their fitness more seriously. They're starting to take their vitamins more. They're getting more sunlight, depending on where you are geographically. If where you are enables more sunlight or not is a different story. But more and more people are starting to actually live life again, the way that it's meant to be lived. Not just sitting in your house all day playing video games or just sitting on your phone, which I'm still guilty of that myself on a daily basis. Which, you know, I'm either gonna have to figure out some way to put some type of restriction on how much I use my phone and how much I'm on there, you know, to go on YouTube and just scroll through my feed and watch videos, go on Instagram and look at pictures or look at selfies or whatever it happens to be, look at reels. I'm definitely going to have to monitor that myself. But it seems like more and more people are starting to see all this for what it really is. This is all schemed to make people weaker, to make people more complacent, to make people fatter, to make people lazier. And I fall into the same trap myself. I'm not trying to put myself on some kind of pedestal here. I'm not saying that I don't do those things on a daily basis too, but more and more people are doing that less and less, it seems like. And as a result of it, people are looking healthier. People are looking younger. You know, I'm 31. 31 isn't what it was 30 or 40 years ago. If you were 31 like me 30 or 40 years ago, you were considered either borderline middle age or you were middle age. But it's not that way anymore. Even at 41, even at 51, it's changing because people are living longer and longer. You know, more and more people are starting to get married later. More and more people are there. If you're 20 years old and you have a goal in mind to start a career path, or maybe you're going to school to get into engineering, or you want to become a nurse. If you're 20 years old and you have goals of you have a timeline of when you wanna catch it, you're probably not going to notice. You're probably not going to get established in your career until you're at least in your 30s, like me. More and more people are just they're just not there yet until they're early to mid 30s, sometimes even 40s. You know, more and more people are getting married later. They're having kids later, and you know that's just, you know, people are living longer, so they're dying less. Okay. The life expectancy right now, as it stands, I think is 78 years old. which it's pretty normal. I kind of feel like it's always been that way. But I think I think if I'm correct on this, I think 3 years ago it was probably like 75, 76, but now it's at 78, and it's going to keep going up, and it's going to go up dramatically. Even though there's still this stigma around when you should get established, what age should you settle down, what age should you get into a serious relationship, what age should you get married, what age should you have kids, especially women. There's still this stigma attached to women having kids later. Oh, why would you put your career first before family, before your kids? Have kids in your 20s. Well, as long as she's happy starting a career first, getting herself locked in first before she makes a commitment to somebody else, somebody whom she hopes will not be abusive or be too controlling, right? As long as she's happy doing that, well then so what? Maybe she doesn't want that. Maybe that's not a desire for her. Maybe she doesn't want kids. Maybe she doesn't want to get married. But even if she does, I don't think there's as much of a minimal requirement as there used to be. That's one thing I really don't like about conservatives. It's really one of the only things. Everything else, I don't mind it. I think it's much better than the left. I think the left are a bunch of fucking lunatics that want to control everything and want to censor everything. But that's the one thing I really can't stand is that they try to make everything go back to like the mid 1950s, which is you graduate high school, right? You get a job as a welder, you get married at 20, and then you have kids before you're 25. That's just not how it is anymore. Knowledge is increasing. People are taking their health and their fitness more seriously. So people are getting married later. The minimum that I've noticed in the last 5 years of people getting married is they're not getting married until they're at least in well into their 30s. Seldom do I ever see people in in their 20s getting married anymore. Not even in their late 20s. It's just not a thing. The only not that there's anything wrong with that. Look, if you're 22, 23, 25, 28, whatever you are, and you found somebody that you love and you really care about that person and you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, knock yourself out. But just know that you're part of an anomaly right now. People are starting to figure it out, and because people are figuring it out now they can delay marriage a little bit. Now they can delay kids. There's women having kids right now in their 50s. It's extremely rare, but it happens, and that's because women are starting to figure it out. Look, and it goes both ways too, for men and women. Women, if you don't take care of yourself, especially when you are in your 20s, what do you think is going to happen? Well, your fertility is going to be the first to go. If you're just eating bullshit, you're not taking care of yourself, and you're just being completely negligent, well then your fertility is going to drop. Maybe even younger than you expected to. I was just talking to this girl a few weeks ago. She's not. I think she takes care of herself. She's not overweight. She's not unhealthy or anything like that. But she's not established yet, and she's really young. And I think she said that she was like 25 or something like that. And her grandma or her parents, they're already telling her to freeze her eggs at 25 years old. How fucking stupid is it? But anyway, it's just not the case anymore for people to get established young, to get married young, to have kids young. It's just not a thing anymore, because people are starting to, like, we have more information available now. We have more resources available now. You know, and I'm talking about resources that we didn't have 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. So anyway, guys, just wanted to bring this up. I just wanted to dive into this a little bit, because I think it's important. But I think it's good news. I think it's good news for everybody, especially women, just to have the reassurance that it's not too late. It's never too late. Just as long as you make good decisions, just as long as you take care of yourself, you're healthy, and you're trying to improve, you're trying to get better, then you're gonna be fine. Same with me. You know, I worry about that shit all the time. You know, like, man, like I'm 31 and like I'm not where I want to be in my career yet. I'm not married yet. I don't have a family. I don't have kids yet. Like, that's kind of a bummer, right? But just thinking about that, like, it really, like, you know, it really gets me excited, as opposed to you know, just let it bring me down. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. So until tomorrow, you guys know what to do. Subscribe on YouTube, Collectively Fearless. Follow me on it's Matty_ice at Instagram. Go check out OSAP for a really great pre-workout that'll knock your socks off, that'll get you fired up for the gym, that'll get your day started. Go to the website in my link tree. I guarantee you won't regret it. Now, I got to get out of here. I went too long about this, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it brought value. If it did, share it with your friends and your family. Anyway, that's it for me today, guys. So until tomorrow, I will see you guys again soon.